pretty much, for that location. As the ogre walks in, sweating balls. Man, it's not easy to talk to that guy.
Well, he's a beholder.
Got mission complete.
Mission complete.
All right, we won't have to worry about this for another couple years, at least.
New Sylgar is in place.
What are you gonna do with the old Sylgar?
Let's take him back to the.
Let's keep
How
it.
big of a goldfish is he?
No, he's an older goldfish.
So like,
So he's a
If you look at Xanathar's book cover, it shows it on there.
Yeah, Xanathar's Guide to Everything. He's literally the main thing on the cover.
I don't know how big a beholder is, but it's
book.
a decent.
Beholders are pretty big.
So the goldfish covers like the iris, or the the colored area of a person's eye. So it's not tiny.
Yeah, actual goldfish, if given space and time to grow, get really big.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty large.
So I'd say maybe
gold.
Maybe kill it.
2 foot, maybe 2 feet.
Why would we kill it? It's already on its last legs. Let's just let it run out its life in a tank at the bar.
Why would we care about that? We don't
Because
care
it's
about eating souls. We don't care about eating souls or killing people. Why would we care about the fish?
Why do you want to
Because
kill
it's
it?
horrible?
It's just a goldfish. We don't need to kill it.
Yeah, it's literally a
it's a
goldfish.
We're in a sewer. Flush it.
Okay, I'm not handing off this goldfish to you now. I'm gonna hold on to this.
You can keep it in your room. How's that?
Yeah, sure. I'll keep the goldfish.
I'm definitely killing that fish now.
What?
No.
What?
Yeah, I'm killing the fish.
Why?
Because it
Don't
was
just arbitrarily kill the fish. No, we were discussing what to do with the fish. Ideas were tossed around. He decided he wanted to keep it. We're not just arbitrarily killing it now.
No,
I was going to suggest using it for fish tacos, but if he wants to keep it as a pet, he can keep it as a
I
pet.
said I was killing it before he was keeping it.
He's the one that did the mission. Do you think you could have done it?
Yeah.
Hear me out. We can also still make the fish into fish tacos because it's gonna die.
Yeah.
That was the
Oh,
whole point of
you
swapping
really,
it out.
you really don't want to use a fish for food that's already dead. You want one that's freshly killed. There's enzymes and stuff that get released.
Yeah, you know what? You're right about that. That was a bad idea. We're not killing the fish.
Oh, I'm killing the fish.
You could.
You can kill the
try.
fish in 20 years.
No, because you're gonna go take the fish back to our compound, which is not your compound, and I'm gonna kill it there.
You gotta find it to kill it.
He's also going
was
to be
going-
working for us, and not. Now we would like to keep our employees happy.
So,
Also, it seems like you were really fixated on murdering a fish.
I don't think it's a good idea to take the fish.
It's
You
a
seem to be
fish.
not. I wonder. I have a few things I wonder. Does this fish understand speech? And then if so, do you think it remembers anything that
It could have
Xanathar
useful
has said
information.
around it?
Goldfish
not
don't
like-
have a very long memory span.
True.
You don't know that. I
Yes,
don't
I
know
do.
that.
I increased my intelligence today.
That's fair.
Oh my god.
Can I do an
Also,
Arcana check
you
on
can
it?
absolutely train goldfish to do stuff.
Yeah, the whole memory thing is a myth. Goldfish
Oh.
actually have decent memories. People just really mistreat goldfish.
Hmm.
Yeah,
They're
like
those
obviously,
little
like
tiny
people
balls.
think of goldfish as tiny things, but no, like fucking koi are
Yeah.
just another breed of
They get big.
goldfish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Like
sure
that.
Sylgar is literally just a goldfish.
I'm gonna do an Arcana check on it.
Who knows? It might have absorbed some
14.
sort of magic from
Who
being around
knows?
that for that long.
That's what I'm saying. If you've been around the fucking beholder the whole time, it's a bad idea to take the fucking fish.
So you realize that
It's
it has something glowing around the fish.
Arturo, what do we say every time when we have a problem and we leave shit alive? What happens?
It does have a
Um,
bit of a shimmer around it.
Does it seem like a dangerous shimmer or a useful shimmer?
Don't know.
if we had somebody who could read its mind,
Do we know anyone that does that?
Well, now this is a whole different
know.
story because if it's not just a normal goldfish, this could be problematic.
But there
keeping
was
it
no
around.
way for you to even tell. That's why I said, kill it.
well,
That's been our whole motto the whole time. We kill stuff, and so it cannot fuck with us later.
those are
That's been our motto this whole
people
entire time.
who
Every time we
have
don't do that,
bad
what has happened? Every time
intentions.
we didn't do that.
It's a fish. What's it gonna
Every time we
do?
did kill something
La-
that and we
laugh
leave it
at us?
behind, it's always bit us in the air.
Well, it's not gonna be left behind. It's gonna get taken care of, like nicely, and not in like
Yeah, it's gonna come with us.
George and
I mean,
Lenny kind of way.
Yeah, but we don't
No bad
know if it would do something bad for killing it.
it's not
Yeah,
even.
for all we know, if you actually murder it, then it explodes.
Or it gives you a curse or something.
Yeah,
Well,
I'd
this has turned into a discussion about the disposition of a goldfish.
I'm saying that goldfish shouldn't come inside of our complex compound.
we'll put it to a vote.
Fine. No, you know what? You want to do something? You want to take care of the goldfish? Here's the goldfish.
What about Wizardly? Maybe he could check it.
Thought he was getting out of town.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
No,
he
he
was
was still working on
skipping town.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Wasn't Wizardly still working on my stuff? He was supposed to have it ready when I came back.
He was hoping to have it ready for you.
Well, we can check then, right? At the very least, let's keep it alive until we go there. Yeah.
Well, normally we handle the fish.
What do you do with it?
Seeing the way you guys were arguing, it's best not to tell.
I think you need to tell us what you do with it.
Look, we handle the fish. We're willing to do what we need to do. Remember what
Wait,
I
so
Don't
you
know.
have an established procedure for the fish.
you. Mm-hmm.
All right, here's the fish.
Thank you.
Hey, if they got a procedure, they got a procedure.
Fine.
You won't need to
Oh,
worry
you're
about it.
okay with killing the fish now. This is completely ridiculous.
I was already
was
going to
just
hand it
doing
over to you
that.
anyway. You made a compelling argument.
He didn't even argue.
No, I was already going to give it to
said
you, and they're going to kill it anyway.
I had him. Yeah, I mean, so what was the difference? See, it doesn't make no sense.
Okay,
Here,
We'll throw my hands up.
he
I throw
walks
my
up
hands
to you.
I'm like,
He
whatever.
just walks up to you and puts it right up against your chest. You seem really passionate about this.
I don't want the goddamn fish. Get that fucking
You
fish away from me.
wanted the fish.
Get that goddamn fish away
You
from me.
can have the fish.
I do not want that goddamn fish. I didn't want it to begin with.
you wanted to
Then-
kill the fish.
Then let me handle it.
Then
It's
go kill
one-
the fish.
It's one less thing you have to worry about.
Yeah.
was saying,
Okos,
I was just wondering-
with your perception, you can see that there's like a lot of bubbles that the fish is creating right now.
Yeah. It's probably anxious. I would assume it can tell something's going on. I point at it. You're stressing out the fish.
Don't worry,
Like
it
it's
won't
going
be
mad.
stressed.
We're getting ready to kill the fish.
It won't be stressed out for long.
Quickly, I'm going to go up to the tank and try to communicate with it. With
Oh,
animal.
it's just a bag with water in it.
Okay.
Like you get from a carnival.
Animal
Then-
handling.
I look up. I look up at the guys like, how are you gonna get rid of it? Do you just shake up the bag a whole lot?
Am
All
I able
right, so
to
you use animal handling.
am I able to communicate with it?
You with animal handling, you will not be able to communicate with it, but you can at least feel out that yes,
What
it is
other
very nervous. It is very stressed out.
what other skill can
You would
potentially
have to be a druid for that kind of
Oh,
stuff.
I
okay.
can speak Sylvan.
What?
Yeah,
What's Sylvan?
it's a nature language for not all animals and plants, but a lot of animals and plants. I got it from one of my favorite enemies.
I mean, feel
Can
free.
You can
I,
attempt
mean,
it.
I can technically talk to it. I can cast comprehend language. If it has a language, I could, but I don't want to talk to it. So I don't care.
Then don't.
Screw it. I'm gonna ask the fish if it can understand me.
It nods. It nods its head up and down, or bobs itself up and down.
Okay, the fish can comprehend.
Yes. Or the fish is just bobbing because it's a fish.
Or the fish is just
Yeah,
bobbing.
but
It's really hard to tell with fish, isn't it?
Yeah. Their faces don't really.
If your
Form
hand is on
expressions.
the bag, would you feel like if it were trying to do something communication wise?
We need a druid.
Do we know of any?
I don't know.
He's getting ready to go. He's leaving with the thing to kill it anyway. It's a mood point. It's a very mood point.
No, I say we should keep the fish.
ZigZag, what do you attempt to do?
He said he already gave the ZigZag already gave the fish to the guy.
Yeah, but he hasn't left yet.
No, he's just holding the bag. Like, okay, do whatever
Alright,
you're
dude.
doing.
I was not expecting the goldfish to turn into a thing.
You don't know, but
Uriel likes to give us things.
I love it. No, I love it.
Sometimes they're intelligent.
Is this in game or out of game?
Yeah,
Out of game. I said that
Oh.
out of
yeah.
game. In game, I think the fish understands what's going on here.
I think
I
we should
think the
keep the
fucking
fish and
fish
just take care of the fish.
It's just you thinking something's going on.
Ask. I don't know.
Well, do you guys want to handle the fish, or do you want me to handle the fish?
Why don't
Go
you
ahead,
tell me
I want
what?
you to handle.
Let's put it to a vote. I think we should take care of the fish in a normal raise a fish kind of way.
I agree.
Anyone agree? Okay.
I do as well. Sorry,
Okay.
Galleon.
It's 3.
I'm not saving none of your asses especially when shit turns sour. This is to let you guys know. I'm
That's
not
fine.
saving near one of you guys.
That's fine. In the event that the fish turns out to be evil and tries to kill us, we will not expect you to save us. Are we all agreed?
But in that eventuality, you should also not to expect to get any of the fish tacos that come out of us killing the aforementioned evil goldfish at that time.
It's an old ass goldfish. It's gonna taste nasty as fuck. It's getting ready to die. That's why they're changing it.
I
It's gonna
assume
die
there
in
was a
like a
nice
month.
buffer.
I know, which is why this whole argument is really funny to begin
That's
with.
what I'm saying. This is stupid.
That's fine. Let's just let it live out the rest of its days in like relative comfort. That's
Yeah,
all
and
I'm
then
saying.
and some bad stuff could maybe happen to it.
All right, fine. And if that does, you can tell us I told you so and not save us from the consequences.
That's exactly right.
Okay, we're agreed.
Okay, cool.
Does control
Right.
water allow
So we-
me to communicate with things?
No, we can control its water.
There's a lot of text here.
Anybody can control its water. Shake up the bag.
That's a fair point, actually.
All right, so who wants to hold the goldfish?
Not me.
I'll take
That's
it.
fine.
Here,
Okay.
here, Ziggy.
ZigZag
Yeah,
can hold the
I got it.
goldfish that's probably the size of his head. Thinking about it.
So, back
Just
to
gonna
our
ignore that.
other issue. I thought I was being hired as your head of security.
No. More like our head of
Sim.
security's lieutenant.
Well, really, he would be the head of security because if ZigZag's coming with us, how can he be head of
Oh.
security?
That's a valid
Right?
point.
Yeah, we need to give
I
ZigZag
mean, have you
a
ever
new
been
name.
to a mall? Does the head of security ever actually exist?
Usually, but if you have, he wouldn't. The head of security wouldn't be with us
Right.
most of the time.
Security of the building. So what is ZigZag's title?
Captain of the guard and the lieutenant over here. That's what I was picturing.
So I work under this thing.
Yeah, but like
You're one to speak.
functionally,
Boots that are bigger than you.
functionally, you would be on your own and in charge of everyone below you. In the event that ZigZag is there, you would be under his command. However, we recognize that that would not be very often.
And I find it very disconcerting that ZigZag, who was under my command, refused one of my orders.
Well,
Well, on account of it was a stupid
I'm
order.
not hiring him. I
See-
refuse to hire ZigZag if he does not want to follow my orders when I give it to him.
you aren't in charge of hiring.
We're all in charge of hiring. It's our building.
You already hired him.
Yes, so he has to follow our commands. If he doesn't follow our commands, he gets fired.
There's got to be some leeway.
There's absolutely leeway, because if there's conflicting orders from two people of the same rank, well, you wait for a third one to weigh in, and that's what we kind of had happen
Listen,
here.
Let me put it this way. Do you want somebody who follows orders, or do you want somebody who gets things done?
I want somebody who follows orders, because usually if people don't follow orders, bad shit happens.
Yeah, see, I prefer
See-
someone who gets things done, because I also don't want to have to go through the effort of giving orders. It's why we hired him.
If we're gonna use
But
logic,
if he's going to be with us all the time, we can't give him orders because he's not going to follow him, and he's going to be with us.
Right. No, so the
So
thing
giving
is,
orders makes no sense.
he's in charge
Makes
of
no
making
sense
sure
to
that
be
the
after-
guard is organized. He is the one in charge of organizing the guard. He's not going to be there for day to day telling everyone what to do. That's what the ogre guy is for. But he is going to be in charge of the overall organization of the guard. None of us want to deal with that. None of us know jack shit about fucking anything to do with guardsmen. We don't know any of that stuff. That's
He
why we
doesn't know.
hired
He's a
him.
mercenary. He has nothing to do with guardsmen.
He's been in
He is a
charge of people
mercenary.
before.
A mercenary. He's not like a person
What means have you been a part of?
who controlled the whole section of guard. He has no experience for that. He has experience for being a mercenary.
hold on, guys.
This guy actually has experience for being a captain of the guard.
Guys, hold on.
Rook.
He was the one that performed the mission. So
Okay,
from
I'm
my
pissed at that now,
perspective,
but
he's
fair.
the one that gets the spoils. You know,
Yeah, no, we're past the fish thing now.
when
We've moved on.
an
Yeah,
individual
we've
buys a
missed the
thing,
fishing now. But
no,
if,
I don't think we've moved on because Galleon's
We've
not
moved
on
on
board.
past the fish argument. We're now arguing over.
I don't think that's the
who's in
case
charge of
because
what
he's
and why?
using that as to counter what you guys are saying. From my perspective, he's the one that did it, so he is the one
Yeah,
that
no,
decides on
no,
what happens with the thing.
yeah, we're not talking about the fish.
When we
at
go
all.
and we buy something, we're the one that keeps it. Or when we go and we win something.
We have somebody who's hired for us who doesn't follow orders. That's like saying we have Ragnar and we tell Ragnar what to do, and he says, "No, I'm doing something else."
Yeah, he does that
So
all the
we-
time.
You haven't seen what Ragnar's been doing? Ragnar's been doing shit on his own.
That's like literally
Remember Welcome to Ragnar's?
this is what he does.
Remember Welcome to Ragnar's?
Yeah, fucking.
That was after we were gone for 3 years.
He still did what he had to do.
He lasted.
Yeah,
surprisingly
That's
long.
why I wanted to get him more intelligence.
Yeah,
He still
If we
handled
can-
what he had to
Yeah, he
handle.
handled it.
But he's never had to get two conflicting ideas from two different bosses.
Yeah, I like having employees who can think for themselves because yeah, if you get two conflicting orders from upper management, you're gonna do the one that makes more sense to you. Um, Especially if one of them was told to you in a polite manner and then the other one was told to you like a dick. You're probably gonna do the one that was told to you in a polite manner.
He did have a point about the potential danger.
Yeah. I'm not saying that the potential danger doesn't exist, but
But we were past that now. I mean, we already said that because you guys already voted, so it doesn't matter what I said.
I'm still trying to
But-
be reasonable to your side.
we are a group of people. We need to make decisions as a group.
You guys
Well,
did.
See, this
So
is
you
going to be
made
a
it,
problem
and now
now.
my question is, how are we going to have somebody being head of security who's not there, and then somebody who has no experience of being head of security?
Yeah.
No experience
no
being head of security.
experience.
How many wars have you fought?
What is
we've been around.
He's been
security?
like
You were a mercenary.
an officer before. He's been an officer before. He's had people under him.
How many people are you bringing to our freaking compound who's actually going to work under you? He's bringing 50 already. He could actually bring more.
Well, we got beds for 108 divided down into platoons of 36, divided down into 3 squads of 12, 3 fire teams of 4.
How many people can you bring?
It's not about who he can bring, it's how well
Yeah.
he can organize it. Have you looked in this market area? Nothing is super organized. No offense.
Because it's a black
like-
market. It's a black market.
Yeah, none taken.
Like, how organized is your security force here?
When they have to be organized, they're organized. Other than that, I mean, if you look over there, he points over there. I see one of them trying to sleep behind a tent. Not very good at it.
Right.
And I see another one trying to get laid over there.
See, we're looking to
Say
have
what?
people be like disciplined and organized, and that's what
See, that's
ZigZag
another
is
thing.
good
How
for.
can ZigZag do it if he's not there?
By making sure that this guy knows what to what he expects, and
Chain of
have this
command.
guy, yeah,
Oh my god, that's the.
Does ZigZag need to be the main security? What if he's a bodyguard of ours? He doesn't have to be the main security of the building.
Hey, it's your
If he's
operation. it's up
if
to
you're
you.
a mercenary first and foremost, then you can be part of our team as that, right?
Money's money.
Yeah. So in
Promotion.
situations, huh?
Promotion.
So in situations, if for some reason our building is being attacked, he would be helping us, right? He wouldn't necessarily be commanding troops.
well,
Correct. The troops should be self-organizing if done correctly.
But usually, the captain of the guard organizes the troops for defense.
right. But also, generally
If
in
the
day-to-day
captain of the guard isn't
business,
there
the
to
captain
organize the
tells
defense.
lieutenants what to do, and the lieutenants will go on.
Usually,
and
the
tell the rest
lieutenants
of the army what to
aren't
do.
organizing a main defense force. That's why the captain of the guard is usually always
are.
around the captain.
That's literally what they're for.
That's pretty normal.
Um,
Whoever's in charge is going to be in a tactical operations center running the whole show, sending out runners, and the lieutenants and sergeants below them are going to be the ones who are actually mounting the defense and prosecuting
if
the
you're not
battle.
there at the castle to delegate to what's going on, then how are you being there? You're just gonna
Hey.
have the lieutenant do the job of what the captain of the guard is supposed to do, and delegate to all the other lieutenants.
I have an idea. Let's go back to the complex compound and have them fight each other in the ring. Whoever wins is the one that is the main commander.
I'm okay with this.
I agree.
Honestly,
I'm
with
okay
this.
with this.
I don't care who's the commander. You know what I mean? Either one of them. I'm just saying the commander, or the captain of the guard, should be at the compound. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying which one should be more than the other one. I'm just
It's
saying
more of a
whoever it
rank
is
thing
should
that
be at
we're talking
the
about.
campaign.
I mean, obviously, who's this guy? What is his name?
Did you ever
Oh
learn his name?
He mentioned it
no,
at one point.
no, I haven't even bothered yet. I've been so busy.
Okay, what is your name?
Tiny.
I tried to hold back a laugh. Well,
I
Tiny,
don't.
if you're good to have a match with ZigZag and in the ring, I think that's a good way to do it.
Of course, it'd be a nice promotion. I get more gold out of it, right?
Sure.
12?
I have
12
a
a month?
I have a suggestion. If we are having them fight for the title, we
Yeah,
sell tickets.
sure.
Okay.
Is
I
this the
mean,
best use of our time, considering the world might be coming to an end?
Yep.
I'm just saying.
You still
Darren,
got you
are
still
you
got a
saying
couple days.
are you
Couple
saying you
weeks.
don't want to sell tickets to a fighting event?
I'm just saying it's probably not the best use of our time right now.
I mean,
it's going to be
I guess we can
quick.
put it off until after we're done dealing with what are we doing again?
What schedule are we on?
We're going to go into that portal and deal with it.
You have 1 month.
Oh, the portal.
You have 1 month.
Yeah, the portal that you can't get close to because you get magically sucked up.
I'm going to need
I
time to
forgot that was a
make
thing, honestly.
artificer stuff that can work without magic. So, I mean, we're going to have to spend some time at the complex compound. Anyways. It takes 1 to 4 days to make anything, apparently.
What if we took these 3 keys that we have and went and used those? Maybe whatever we find in there will be useful against whatever's happening with the portal.
It might. You never know.
Yeah, but what if it's magical? What are we going to do with a magical thing?
Maybe
Yeah,
it's like some sort of god magic thing that'll close the portal. I don't know. But
Eh?
like we've got the keys. We might as well try this.
but we have exactly a month to get through this.
Okay, and so going through some sort of dungeon's not going to take anything more than 2 weeks.
6
Right?
weeks later.
And then when we get back, Okash still has to make his devices.
Yeah. We'll have to brainstorm on what to make. Maybe like guns or something. I don't know.
Not bombs. That didn't exactly work out well the last time.
What is a gun except for like a small bomb?
Yeah. I mean, it shoots pieces of metal. It propels metal.
I want to argue because like no, but also yeah, kinda.
Also, technically, the gunpowder doesn't explode; it just burns.
A
No,
pressure
it
thing.
explodes. It
Pressure.
releases, it explodes.
So
Then it's just
well,
not the fire that lets it go.
the gunpowder itself doesn't explode. It causes
It causes the pressure buildup behind the round
yes,
in the cartridge and
which
shoots it down the
Which
barrel.
causes an explosion. Then the thing
it
goes
is
out.
it is an explosion, but it is not the gunpowder itself that explodes. It is what fuels the explosion.
Okay, so yes, explosion happens.
Yes, an explosion happens.
Yeah, but what's the
This is
chemical
true.
reaction when the gunpowder lights? That's the question, right?
I don't think many of us know the chemical reaction inside of D&D right now, besides you, Okas.
I have an intelligence of 20.
I was given
You can have
knowledge
an
of all this
intelligence of
stuff.
20, but did you go study that?
Yeah.
I don't
Making
know.
old school black powder isn't that hard. You just need some saltpeter and a couple other ingredients.
Right.
Okay.
The ogre Tiny goes over. So am I fighting or what?
Yeah, what are we doing?
I think we should go back to the tavern first, and then
We'll plan the fight for 6 weeks out, okay?
All right,
That
if
gives
we
us
survive
enough
the end
time
of the
to
world,
Yes.
then we'll have a
Gives me
fight.
enough time to train.
sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Life is training.
Gives us enough time to theoretically hit level 20. Who knows?
He starts to move both of his pecs. I got this.
I do a slight hand covered chuckle as I look away.
All right. I'll have my men there in a couple days. It'll take me a minute to prep stuff here, okay?
Sure.
Looking forward to working with you again, Tiny.
We'll see who commands who.
He's tiny and you're also tiny. It's great.
It's kind of part of the joke. That's why we hate each other.
You'd think you'd be great friends.
Well, no, there's other reasons.
Well, it was like if you guys went around together and went, hey, we're Tiny and ZigZag, and people would look at you and go, okay, hi, Tiny, and you'd be like, nah, I'm ZigZag.
Okay,
How
so
funny
listen,
would that be?
we could have been friends once, but there was this little siege a few years ago, and let's just say we weren't on the same side of things, and it got a little ugly.
Well, you're
We'll
going to
just leave it
work
at that.
together,
They
so
hired
you
him,
two are
they
eventually
hired
going to have to
me.
be buddies.
I can get past it. I don't know about him,
Good.
but I can get past it.
Part of your job description, Tiny and ZigZag, is to get past it.
Well, as soon as we can find out what roles we
Right.
play,
Yeah,
Hey,
the
Yeah.
Contract's
contest.
a contract.
Contest.
I can leave the past behind as long as
It'll be fair.
I know where everything stands. As a show of good faith, I'll still have my guys prep over. Okay?
Oh, yeah. You'll be
I mean,
commanding them
either
until then.
way, you're going to be getting paid more than you are now,
That's why
and
I'm still
so
making
are your men.
good
Yeah.
money. Like I said,
Alrighty.
I'll gather 50 of my men, and at least a couple on standby. I have to handle my stuff down here until then, so that way the transition goes smoothly in a couple weeks.
Sounds good.
And then me and you, Ziggy, we can handle this out later.
You can zag.
Oh, it'll be fun. It's just a fight. It's not like anybody's gonna die.
Right.
Sure.
We'll decide rules eventually that are fair to both of you.
Well, you watch over the goldfish now. My men will walk you to the elevator to get out.
Sounds good.
You may want to hide that bag.
Yep, hiding the goldfish.
As you're escorted all the way up to the elevator, as you guys pop back up in the questionable market store. Did you find what you wanted?
Yep.
Says the guy behind the register.
Yep.
Indeed.
Now remember that
what
passphrase
is-
is only
who's-
good for another couple of weeks, okay?
Oh. Galleon, what did you say?
Where do we find out the new password when that's done with?
Ah, yes. You come back here, knock 3 times, say the original password, and we'll let you know what the new one is.
Okay, but I assume we have to do that on changeover day?
Yes, you do not do it on that day, and you will not know what it is.
Got it. I'll write a note in my calendar. And by that, I mean, Uriel, you damn well better remind us.
Yeah, I'm grabbing the notebook out and writing it down.
I'm gonna make a note that, regardless of whether or not we actually roleplay it, we are going to do that.
Unless we're away, we can have someone else do it, I guess. Right?
Yeah,
We'll
well,
have to
Password
task.
changes. The password changes after the month, the end of the month.
Maybe we can use Tiny to do it.
Yeah, how did you guys end up hiring an enforcer from the mob?
We
They
broke
get
his
things
teeth
done.
once.
He offered.
That's true. That is a thing that happened. Also, because apparently, word gets around that we're hiring.
Yeah, and we can't
Probably
exactly
because we
hire
go around
legit
telling
people, I
that
would
we're
assume.
hiring.
Yeah, that word is in every tavern from here to Luskin. Trust me.
That I mean,
How do you think I heard
we're-
about it?
Rangar's doing his job.
You gotta get the word out. There's no Indeed or Monster.com in the Forgotten Realms. Some wizard should really start one though.
Well, it's not like we can hire guardsmen of the city or anything because the city would take notice and potentially do something about it.
So you guys head back to the tavern then?
Yeah.
All right, you guys head back up and arrive to the tavern, and that's where we're going to leave off for today.
Sounds good.